Bat Force Radio.
Bat Force Radio is rated M for mature, or should that be immature?
Grumps and Gramps, tons of laughs with Grumps and Gramps. Grumps and Gramps, tons of laughs with Grumps and Gramps. Grumps and Gramps, tons of laughs with Grumps and Gramps.
Hey everybody, welcome back to Bat Force Radio. This is the Grumps and Gramps show, episode number 32, and we have our not so top 10 favorite best figures of the year. I am Grumps, and I am joined by the one and only Grandpa Batman to my... Nope, wrong way. That way. Right below me is the world famous Believers Jesus. And wait, I gotta go the other way. Yeah, I got it.
Yeah.
Slam Dunk Dave.
What up?
Albany, not Buffalo, New York.
4 hours from Buffalo. Leave me alone.
How are you guys?
Doing well. Had a good holiday season. How'd you guys?
Doing all right.
Good. I didn't get shit from Santa Claus.
Because you're bad. You quit grumping.
Yeah.
Oh,
I am bad.
could you gift yourself, bro? You good?
Santa Claus said you got too much toys throughout the year. I don't save some for the rest of the kids.
Yeah.
Part of that 25%, right?
Oh, yeah. I'm the 1% and the 25%.
No, it was a good holiday season. Did a little traveling. Spent some time with the family, and that was all good. So I hope everyone had a good Christmas too, and all the people that are in Buffalo, we wish you the best, and
Yeah.
thinking about you guys, and hope everything works out.
Yeah.
That's
the holiday was good.
Yeah.
I ate well.
It's going fast.
Yeah.
The whole year. This might be the quickest year. I know we say that every year, but this one legit. This was the quickest year.
Yeah, I think when we went from like doing nothing 2-3 years ago, right? And now it's like, all right, we're kind of back to normalcy. It just started going a lot faster just because like
Playing catch up.
we want to do everything, right? And it's like, all right, I don't want to go another year without missing anything. How much can I knock out? At least, obviously I did that, but it's like before it's like, wait a minute, what's today, the 27th? Like we're 4 days away from the end of the year, and it's like, that's it. And it's like, damn, I did nothing this year. No, wait a minute. You look back at your pictures or your reels and all this stuff on your story, and it's like, wait, we did a lot.
You guys go out and party on New Year's? Do you go to Times Square and all that?
Not a day in my life.
Real New Yorkers don't do that. From what I know.
Yeah, that's like for all the like Europeans and Asians to come to visit during the holidays. Yeah, we don't. Well, Jesus and I used to work across the street from where the ball dropped, and like you leave early on New Year's Eve, and legit
you
just walk by and look at the ball. I'm like, all right, cool, done.
Yeah.
Let me go home and save myself another 10 hours of standing around and holding my urine.
That's what I mean. Yeah,
I think it's like a bucket list item for a lot of people, but I just think like just growing up doing these things in Times Square, or just whether it's like a Thanksgiving Day parade, growing up, I used to just feel so claustrophobic, and I was like, man, this is not something that I would ever enjoy as an adult. So
yeah, I think there's a whole illusion on when you're watching it on TV, right? You're seeing all these great angles, and like everyone's like, yeah, but then you're there, and it's like, all right, where the hell's the excitement? Like, all right, nothing's really happening right now.
Yeah,
I would say,
and you have moments of it,
and you can't pee.
Yeah, you can't beat. You got to hold it, dude. Screw that.
After 9/11, though, like now, today, it's probably a quarter of the people that it used to be.
Yeah,
It used to be just a free for all, like every man for himself, but now
yeah.
it's
Another
little
blocking streets,
sections,
all
and
this stuff.
it's definitely not the same.
And then how long do the people stand around after the New Year? I mean,
I
I'm
think they
sure they
clear.
still
I mean,
party and all that stuff, but
just by judging by watching TV, I think it's like 2 or 3 minutes. Everyone's done. Like they rush you out.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then
Oh,
people
okay.
just like try to grab confetti and stuff as a token and whatever.
Years
But
ago, you would see stuff in the street for at least a week, like dirt and confetti and stuff.
Golly.
Now, the next day, it's back to normal.
yeah, first thing in the morning, it's like clean. It's crazy.
Yeah.
They got it
Wow.
on lock now, which is good. It's good for New York.
Yeah,
At least something
it's
cleans
good.
up quickly.
Yeah, but figs, figs,
Figs.
toys.
So,
Figs.
Grumps, you wanted to talk about our favorite figs of 2022?
Yeah,
Okay, good idea. All right,
this
well,
is a fig show.
start us off. What did you like that you hauled in this year so much?
You want my list or just in general?
Just in general, and then
From the gut.
and then lead us into what you got.
Man, I got a lot of stuff. I got too much stuff. I'll say what took a dip for me this year was Mezco, my interest in Mezco. I still like the figures. I got frustrated with some of their ways and stuff.
Right.
So that led to me not being as interested in some of the figs, and I canceled some pre-orders and blah
Well,
blah blah.
we're going on what, year 3 of the Keaton
Of
and Freeze
yeah,
pre-order?
Jesus.
yeah,
3 years.
next week for Keaton it'll be year 3.
Mhm.
But I only bring that up because I wanted to say that like Mayfix replaced Mezco as my favorite line, at the moment. And something just the last couple of days I have been thinking about. Got some of these figures recently, and it's a really up and coming line. The Valiverse.
Mhm.
Whoa.
Yeah. These figures are just getting better. I think they're up to wave 3.
Yeah.
And this one is really nice. Infantry Commando.
Mhm.
The plastic is better. I mean, the articulation was good in the beginning, but the plastic was a little, I don't know, it was stiff. It was hard to articulate, but now it's a lot smoother. And
What do those retail for?
32.
Okay.
They have, I think they have like different ranges, because some of them are like kind of like deluxe figures, and then they have
Yeah.
some that are like basically army builders.
This one.
Yeah. And he's like, I think maybe 24, 25.
It might, yeah. And they all come with a bunch of hands and 2 head sculpts. And,
Oh,
Yeah.
nice. All right.
And they're sized perfectly with like Marvel Legends and GI Joes.
yeah.
Yeah, that is a really cool line.
So,
I've picked up some of those Blue Troopers.
okay. Yeah.
I'm gonna make a SWAT squad.
I took this guy with me a couple of times as a pocket fig just to mess around. I figured there's no paint on him to mess up, but
Yeah.
yeah, I mean, just the articulation's great. It's got all the points. It's got all
Yeah.
the big thing here is what a lot of people wish they would do with Legends is the ball joint at the waist and the upper torso,
Mhm.
But Legends had a good year as well, but they're still doing the ab crunch at the waist. But yeah, I mean, even G.I. Joe, another military line, had a strong year. I've wanted to put Serpentor in my, top 10, but there's only 10 spots. But Yeah, so anyway, my point was that Mafex replaced Mezco as my favorite line, and the line I have my eye on for 2023 is Valorverse. See what they have, Action Force, I should say.
Yeah, I think you're exactly right. As far as like, if whatever you're interested in, Mafex really came out strong with a lot of the comic based figures.
Yeah,
A lot of Batman, a lot of Superman, a lot of Spider-Man, um, just
Wolverine.
yeah,
Wolverine. And they look like the images on paper come to 3D.
yeah,
Their sculpting is on point. Because Mafex, or not Mafex, Mezco kind of took some liberty, with their interpretation of characters and stuff like that, and that's cool.
yeah,
Um, but if you're looking for that comic accuracy look in photos, if you want the Jim Lee style, Batman or Joker or whatever else they're coming, Harley Quinn, the Harley Quinn that they came out was amazing.
yeah.
Um, yeah, Mafex is on point.
Even that classic Iron Man they came out with was, I have a dozen Iron Mans, but man, that one's really good too. Um, what else did I get from Mafex this year? The Boys, Homelander, and Billy Butcher.
I got Billy Butcher.
Those,
He's really cool.
yeah, those are great. Um, oh, I got these two today, as a matter of fact. This one, Spider-Man, is basically a repaint of the Spider-Man they've been putting out the last couple of years. This is standard red and blue. But,
Is that
that,
a more like 70s classic style
I
paint
guess,
job?
yeah.
Yeah.
The eyes are more, I don't know, maybe McFarlane sort of, but the colors are more 70s.
Hmm.
And then this guy,
Oh, Cyborg
Cyborg
Superman.
Superman,
Oh wow.
which I like Superman, and I'm not too much into that Reign or whatever Return of Superman storyline, but man, this damn thing looks so good. I had to get it, and you know,
Yeah,
I'll put an unboxing on my TikTok.
I think he's one of those characters that fit organically in like any multiverse of like if you're
Yeah,
gonna take a shot with him, he could literally, because he's more Terminator like, you can put him in any scenario and it's digestible to the eye. It's like he's invading from another world. He came from his universe and then all of a sudden he shows up and so I'll probably get him. He's really good looking fig
I'm gonna
aesthetically.
use that term, Jesus. I'm gonna steal your catchphrase.
What's that?
Digestible to the eye.
Digestible.
I'm gonna sprinkle that in my
There you
conversations.
go. It's
That's a
just to
good
me
one.
that's like it's just very 90s, just growing up reading that
Yeah,
post death of Superman. He was one of the coolest figures or characters rather that came out of that multi Superman. So
there's one I missed. It came out recently. The Terminator.
oh wow,
The original. Mayfix did the original Terminator, and
I
that
did.
looks really good. I didn't get that one, but
that's
looks
cool.
great.
Yeah. It's an awesome likeness of Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Yeah.
Really good.
Real quick to what Grumps was saying about those other third party figures, I think this year too, like we saw a lot of it last year kind of creeping up, but I think we saw a big boost in these third party companies either taking on their own liberties with licenses or doing their own thing. Like we saw
Yeah.
the rise of 5K Toys doing that Thomas Wayne fig that I didn't get, but I was really interested in getting it. It looked really good.
Yeah.
And I think, I'm sure we'll go down the list, but they did the Rorschach one. Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
yeah.
You did a photo recently on that this last week, and I was like, man,
Yeah.
he's really kind of stocky looking. But I think a lot of people really loved the release of that Rorschach inspired figure, where
Yeah.
it just came out of nowhere because like it's cool when these highly talented companies take licenses that are not really popular right now and they make it relevant because of such a great job that they do in execution and quality. Right.
This came out in like February, and it held strong. It held people's interest.
Yeah,
It was
even if
talked
you're not
about
like a
all
Watchmen,
year. Yeah,
you have to get it because it just comes
yeah,
with these really cool, the flamethrower piece. I mean, I have mine right here.
Grumps,
It's
you talked me into buying that.
yeah. And were you happy with it?
I'm very happy with it.
Yeah,
Yeah, I think this is the perfect marriage of like Mezco and also Mafex. You have this hyper
yeah.
realistic, like this Rorschach looks really
Oh,
realistic.
head
Like
sculpt is amazing.
when you really look at his face, it looks almost like a shrunk down hot toy.
Yeah,
They're really doing a really incredible job, and the fabrication on this is great. Like the paint app on the actual fabric just looks good. It doesn't look. It has depth in the color range, so it's worth the money.
and it's in a small box too, right? I mean, there's a bunch of accessories.
Yeah, they have this kind of like multi-layered. Obviously Mezco does that very well, but again, it's very wide. But it's such a
Yeah,
narrow, multi-layered thing where in 2 layers you have all your accessories just laid out, and they give you. I mean, you're literally getting 4 heads, which is really cool.
yeah.
And like you said, it's in the little case. It's smaller than a VHS almost. It's like really, really tight.
Jesus. Speaking of third parties, I know you collect turtles. Did you? There's been some recently third party turtle figures. Did you get any of those?
No, I've seen them on Instagram. I know they did like a lot of. I don't know if they were pure like third party interpretations, but I know they did like a lot of like the samurai. Was it like a samurai Leo or?
Yeah, something like that. They're not quite 6 inches. They might be 5 inch.
Yeah, that would make
And they
sense
have
because I think like
different
a typical.
names.
If you think of like NECA or like Super 7, I think a typical turtle is probably under 5 inches because they're
Mm,
really small and stocky. Unless you're looking at like, man, I don't have a NECA turtle outside of the Universal Monsters, but
mm,
NECA tends to be a lot taller than
yeah,
its competition. But no, I think and I'm sure we'll talk about turtles later. But I feel like I'm a little not disappointed, but I feel like the market is starting to get really cluttered. Where
yeah.
NECA is doing such an incredible job, and now everyone is kind of they're getting their hands on turtles, but it's not coming out good. Like I'm seeing
Is
these
McFarlane
interpretations.
doing turtles or
There's a rumor that
yeah,
there was
a
a leak
list?
saying about
Yeah.
like yeah. I was talking to some guys at work. They think it's fake news to be honest, but
Mm,
if you have an invoice, that could be pretty legit. Um, Again, it's all Nickelodeon. I think it's all about licensing, but they're really spreading that license
yeah.
out to everyone. But the thing is, it's not helping the brand. If you have these companies that are making this much money, why take it away from the big 2 or 3 and steer away from the focus with inferior products? It just doesn't look good.
Yeah.
If it was one thing, if it was good, or if it kind of had its own identity, it'd be interesting. But a lot of them just look really boring. They're like really
Yeah.
dumb. I
I felt
forget.
like that property lost a little steam this year.
Yeah, and I think it's due to availability too. But I don't know what that company is like. Is it BXS or something? I don't know what it's called, but I see a lot of them, and they just look like shit. I'm just like, why are they doing this? But to each their own. Maybe someone actually
Yeah.
likes them and they collect them, but it's not for me.
Yeah.
Space is limited, so you got to really pick and choose what you really
Yeah.
want to get. But yeah, I mean, you don't have to tell Gramps, like the rise of third party independent toy companies have really made their mark this year. You know, we always talk about Mythic Legion, so like you really have it provides a lot of excitement. It's not like that same dumb, hey, you know, there's another Batman figure or you know,
Yeah.
Turtles. Now it's like, man, this is a mashup of something, you know, like it's fun to see something different and kind of see how you can use it and modify it or have all these extra accessories, but they're inspiration. So, and I think that's the good thing that Mesco did do this year. They bid into their own properties, individual IPs. It brought the price down a little bit, but they're able to offer a lot more, but also create their own characters and build around that brand. So that actually caught my interest more than the regular releases this year, because they were just cool. You know, like
Yeah. I dialed it back with Mesco a little bit.
yeah, because the shipping was really late, and I don't know about you, Grants, but I think I may have got hit 3 times this month, 2 or 3 times,
Yes. Yeah.
like every other week. There's like three
Damn,
things, that,
guys.
and that's after waiting like well over a year for some of these. You know,
Yeah.
it's
Yeah.
like they bottlenecked it and they just rushed it out, and your credit card got hit 3 times in 2 weeks. You know.
Well, I understand when they're trying to get product in people's hands right here before Christmas, but
Mhm.
for me, that just kind of created a traffic log, especially when you're traveling. And I'm still waiting on some that, you know, I had to put, like I told you, I had to put a vacation hold on my FedEx, but then getting FedEx to actually turn that off and
Yeah.
get me my
Deliver.
product. It's just like,
Yeah.
I've been waiting 2 years for this crow, and I'm so scared that they're going to ship it back to them. And
Right.
I don't know.
That's what I was about to say. Like, it actually creates this anxiety. It's like, hey, I paid for it. Now you have to like be 2 ships in the night and hope that you can meet FedEx at 12:30 in the afternoon on a Tuesday, which happens to me all
Yeah.
the time.
Yeah.
Like,
Now you got to do extra work.
who's home? You know?
Like you got to
Yeah.
do extra work to get your fucking fig that you paid $100 for. Like, are you kidding me?
That they
Last
overcharge
winter,
on shipping for.
Yeah, I think it was like
last
112
winter,
total or something.
last winter, I missed my FedEx guy by 15 minutes. My family jumped out of the car, and I drove up 2 or 3 streets, and I found him. And I almost cut him off, and he almost hit me. I swear to God. I rolled down the window. I said, "Did you go to?" You know, I called out my address, and he's like, "Sir, please pull over to the side," because like we were driving towards the intersection. I was like, "Dude, I almost got killed."
He thinks you're holding him
for a
up.
Mesco.
For Mexico.
Oh
Yeah, I chase
boy.
mine down. I normally do like if because I see the alerts, the day of your delivery. You start
Yeah.
looking and you're like, wait, I missed it? Like motherfucker, I've been sitting at home all day. Like, how the hell did I miss
Oh
it? So
God.
I'm afraid
my
to go to the bathroom. It's like,
well,
Yeah.
mine it's tough because like in my building, if you ring my bell, it calls my cell phone. So then I have to call FedEx DC over here in Rensselaer. And I have to tell them, like, hey guys, tracking number so and so. When the truck comes by, can you hold the package? Like, oh, we tried to bring it over. No, you didn't, because my phone never rang. And trust me, he didn't even try. So like, I go
Yeah.
weeks. I go like 4 to 5 days of like, all right, I have to get it within these 4 to 5 days because they're gonna send this shit back, and then what? And it's not my fault. Like I'm fucking trying here, and it's this FedEx. They got it. I know they're trying to, they try to do their job and rush shit and blah, blah, blah. But still, like, now I got to go to the DC and I got to stand there and call this number and give them my tracking number and wait there 30 minutes and wait for my package. And I finally get it. And then it's like, for what? Just to get my shit. So annoying.
Yeah.
It's like a part-time job.
there's a method to the madness. You got to figure it.
Yeah. They know me there already.
So Gramps, what do you got for your top figs of the year? Your top lines?
For my top lines, I mean, there were tons of Batman that came out. A couple of Mafex Batman, Dark Knight Returns Batman, but I kept forgetting whether they came out in 2022 or 2021.
Me
So
too.
I kind of played it safe.
I feel like the Mafexes came probably around like, I don't know, I'm just guessing, it could be closer to March, like the 2-pack Carrie Kelly Bruce. Because I remember last Christmas they announced that McFarlane was dropping the DKR line, because I think me and Dunk were together. We saw the post, and then shortly after that rolled into New Year's, and then Mayfex, unannounced, pretty much came with that 2-pack.
So a lot of my picks for 2022 kind of hit my nostalgia button from when I was a kid. Some of these were figures that I never thought were going to be made ever. I mean, they were made back in the, I think, 80s, maybe early 90s, but after that, I never thought we were going to get Silverhawks.
Yeah.
And Super 7 is doing a line based on the animated show, but this is by another company that teamed up with them, Ramen Toys, and it's kind of more of a NECA Mayfex style version. It looks, almost human, and very shiny, glossy, metallic paint on all his armor and android parts. And I just love this Quicksilver. I actually bought 2 of them. And then I just recently got his Nemesis, the Mighty Monstar.
Oh, wow.
And this dude is huge. He's like the size of like one of those McFarlane
The Super Figs or whatever.
Yeah, like the Banes and the
Okay.
Solomon Grundy and Swamp Thing. He's like that scale. He's a big dude. But he looks so cool. And I can't wait to get some photos done with him.
How's the articulation on those figures?
Good. I mean, they're literally like a Mayfex.
Okay.
Yeah, this looks like it has a lot of points. If you look at
Yeah. I've got him down here. He even comes with like his own little, the Silverhawks come with their hawk, right? Their android hawk. He comes with kind of another, like kind of a condor vulture bird that he uses. But yeah, he's sick. Next up was the Hasbro Con exclusive Serpentor.
Oh, man.
This set,
That's a good one.
Oh my gosh, I love this set. So good. Ever since they started that classified lines, I was like, please make Serpentors, please. And they knew what they were doing. They were making, first they were testing the waters to see how us collectors would go crazy over this. They made it extra difficult by at first having a Target exclusive, and we were annoying the hell out of those Target workers. And they took their time and made it right, and made it with his, Cobra chariot. And man, he is awesome. Sold out real quick. Yeah. Didn't they do like a second offering?
I think so. I'm not sure if it was him or Mindbender that got a second offering.
Mindbender did too. He sold out as well.
But what I like is how he kind of towers over the other regular classified figures.
He should.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's a little bit larger. Yeah. He is so badass. Hasbro had a real good year. I'm not gonna lie. I was really happy with what they did in a lot of their line. I thought that these were really cool. The Moon Knight TV series versions.
Okay.
And I really love this figure. And you talked about having like a pocket figure that you walk around and stuff like. This is my guy. I walk around with him, or just have him here on my desk while I'm working. I'll put him in, little poses and whatnot. I may buy him a cloth cape that I've seen a couple of guys.
Hold on, Gramps. Hold on. That's what I
oh, you did. Where'd you get that from?
Best Lee Studio.
Oh, you
Dude,
like
yeah, I
it?
had to. Dude, that cape made this figure so much better. I love
Okay.
it now. I love it.
Yeah. Okay. I was looking at that.
Yeah,
There's a
you need to do that.
couple of different versions I was looking at.
Yeah, the color is not perfect, so maybe you could find a wired one where the gray matches up a little better, but I'm keeping this one. It's great.
Okay. Cool. I'm glad you got that because you're going to make me buy another one. Um, um, you know, Jesus, we talk all the time about our new favorite line, the Mythic Legions. That's a line that I just kind of started collecting this year. Well, actually, last year I started with that Krampus,
Right.
and the quality on those figures is amazing. And so this year, this is probably one of my, all-time favorite figs. I mean, hopefully they'll
I know
bury
what
me
you
with
mean.
this. It's the Headless Horseman
Oh man, I fucked up bad.
and his horse.
Yeah, you're really pumped at that one. That's actually a pretty solid
Uh,
fig, man. That was wow.
I messed up. Anyway.
Yeah. Um, this one's really cool. I
Yeah.
love this one. Next
Yeah,
one I got
there's some
was
great like attention in which I'm noticing even more now with like the horse, how evil but kind of like um animated he looks like with his teeth that are kind of jagged.
yeah.
And, man, yeah, that's such a great photo. But man, like it's worth the money. They charge a little extra, but like you and I were joking, like oh, another horse, another problem. It's like I felt like this year there was just a slew of like all these horses that came from different lines, and like man, you could just get them and like cross over. But now we're already seeing for next year how many more horses are they releasing in that Mythic Legions line? You're seeing another 4 or 5 zombified ones and all these other ones. And I'm just like, I saw the link yesterday, and now they're doing a combo price for the one that's like a skeletal horse. And I'm like, I can't even think about this right now. Like,
I'm getting that one.
I know you are.
And
And you're probably getting 2.
what's great about the horseman's horse, and I think it's now standard with all the horses. Even his mane is articulated. Like you can take
Oh
that one
wow.
off and put one that where it's like flowing, where he's running in action. So that was definitely a high point. I stepped out, Mythic Legions teams with legionshop.com, and they have that, what's it called? Legions Con.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
And they had their own exclusive figure called the Unknown One.
That's sick.
Oh,
And
wow.
you could only get it at the con. And then, like a couple of weeks later, they ran an ad. I guess they didn't sell out, but they're like, we have a limited batch available, but these are for people that could not attend the convention. And they were like, this is what's cool about the Mythic Legions is that it really is more of like, I don't know, there is a sense of community with the collectors that buy these. I mean, there are those guys that buy them just to flip them.
Yeah.
Same with the Mezcos. But just from the people that I know that collect the Legions, first off, they're fans of what they make, but they want to kind of grow the community. They want to grow the fandom because they know that the more that the community grows, the more the figures will sell. So the more that Four Horsemen will make, and that's the way it should be. And so it was really cool. Like people actually followed the rules for the most part. I mean, I'm sure you can go on eBay and find this guy, but for the most part, this was sold only to people that weren't able to go to the convention. And he's kind of like this. He's kind of like almost their version of the Death Dealer, but he's demonized. He's got these big wings. And you see like on his helmet, those they look like kind of like bat ears. Those aren't the ears that come with him. Like he comes with like these big horns, kind of like the Death Dealer helmet, and then they also have this skull that comes with him. He's a bad dude.
That's sick.
So
Yeah.
My bad. That's dope.
Yeah, he's a bad dude. And just kind of finishing off with my other third-party collection. I went with the 5K Shadow Ninjas. I got 2 of the red guys.
Jeez, I've never seen these.
Oh,
yeah. There's actually This is the first time I've seen them. They look really good.
Oh, they're really good. Because I had to have some hand ninjas to fight Daredevil, so I got the red guy. But I'm thinking about getting a black. Yeah, these are. I think they're about $75, and they're loaded. Great articulation, great soft goods. They come loaded with weapons, and just like the Rorschach, come in a small, convenient box that's easily storable. It's not this big box like what comes with Mezco. Not that I hate the Mezco boxes, but they are difficult to store. These come in small little boxes that have everything you need in the trays and then store real easily. So, I forgot one more. And I think this is one that you guys included in yours, but for me, I've been waiting on this type of Mezco Batman for so long so that I could customize him. And that was what was his name? The Golden Age variant. So I made a custom Year One.
That's awesome.
That was with using a Year One David Mazzucchelli head sculpt. And then I had to custom make this belt. I bought a 3D belt off Etsy. And I actually broke the belt on accident. And I was like, I wanted those large pouches. I was like, what am I going to do here? So I got some elastic and Velcro and super glued the pouches and the buckle on the belt. And then on the back, use some Velcro so that it will stretch to the exact size that I need and then connect on the back. And it worked out perfect. So now I have a Year One Batman.
That's awesome.
Yeah, that's perfect.
Yeah. All right, those are my top figs for 2022.
All right.
Yeah, I particularly like that cape.
Yeah.
It's really great. It's just the seams on it, the way that it just falls. It's perfect to just fit that Silver Age vibe. It's like to me, this is one of my favorite Batmans. He's kind of stocky, but he's just there's not much to him with any gadgets or costume. It looks so realistic. If Batman existed in real life in this era with this costume, it would legit look like this, the tights and the stockiness of him. And you see some muscle definition going through the suit.
Yeah.
They really did an incredible job on this. This is probably one of my favorite. This is my favorite Batman figure of the year for sure.
It has smooth articulation too.
Yeah, I mean, for the most part, Mezco really has that down. I don't know what the points are. I think they're like 25 points, but even down to like these skulls, like to me, I mess around with this all the time, and the articulation is just everywhere. It's coming from every point, even actually, no, this one doesn't have the toes, but it's just a fun fig.
Yeah.
Do you guys like the toe articulation?
I don't think it's necessary. I think it's like visually like, oh, look what we can do. Like I don't think it makes or breaks what a figure does. But there's other companies like NECA that, this is the best version of articulation that they've done in a cloth figure, and it's really high, but I don't think it really compares to this guy because hands down, this is just it's stockier and it has way better points. But this is still really good. But again, it's the price point. You're paying. What do these retail by themselves? They retail for 110. You know,
Yeah.
so this is part of a 3-pack, and it's still great.
And I asked that because I just recently got that Hasbro 3-pack Daredevil,
Yeah.
and I didn't realize it came with the toe articulation, which for this character makes a lot of sense with him
Yeah.
doing a lot of crouching and stuff like that. But at the same time, it kind of annoys me.
If he did like a kicking pose, or maybe he's hitting someone's face, or like showing motion, I think that little twist could kind of make it dynamic. But
Yeah, I think they haven't mastered the toe yet.
No.
I remember like when I first the first time I saw it was with McFarlane figs, and I was like, "Oh, that's pretty dope." You know, now it's like it looks like someone's running and stuff like that. But
Yeah.
I think if you use something to the point where like I don't know, what do you use? Those not the zip ties, those things for like your bread, or like with the wire in the inside. If you could do something like that and like put like a rubbering over it, and like and just use that, and you can move it around all you want, and it doesn't have like the spaces in between, it could be a little better for the toe articulation going forward. But it still looks pretty cool in the sense of like depending on what action shot you want to take. But like I said, Daredevil's gonna do crouching things, so like that makes sense because like, you know, he'll get on a knee. Spider-Man, another one who will need it. But you know,
it's more fitting to those properties.
Yeah, it could be. It depends on the character, but still, I think they haven't mastered it yet.
No.
It's nice to start it because now, you know, going forward, hopefully it only gets better. But I think there's ways around it. But you know, God knows what the cost is.
Yeah, do you think we'll see any toy photography from Dunk in 2023? One shot.
One shot.
Come on, man. Let's do it. Let's do it.
That's your New Year's resolution.
Yeah, come on, one,
Yeah,
man.
I gotta add that to the
June.
goal. Oh man, I already got a list of
Yeah.
goals, guys.
Yeah, don't give this guy a goal. He'll become the best toy photographer.
I'm not
Yeah.
sleeping.
I know.
Come on.
I'm not
Yeah,
sleeping.
come on. Let's
That's
see
it.
like 1 or 2 shots for 2023.
All right, I'll do a few shots.
All right, cool. And you can
All
use your
right.
iPhone, man. You don't have to get.
We
crazy.
gotta commit.
Yeah.
Gotta commit.
All right.
Yeah, I got a couple of figs just waiting around that I gotta do something with.
All right, what do you got, Dunk?
Well, I guess my turn. This year, I've been kind of slacking on the fig game. A lot of traveling and stuff, right? A lot of people see me in different places. But I still been walking through the aisles and scoping out what everyone's been buying. I know one of the big ones, and I didn't add it to my list today because I didn't get it yet. Thank you, FedEx. Still waiting on my Crow, but I was talking to Grumps about it, and Grumps is telling me like great things about how the Crow Mesco fig is like a huge fig this year. And I was like, damn it. Yeah, look at that. Yeah, it was so cool that I was showing like random people how cool this fucking fig is at work. Because like, you know, they were just like, oh wow, that all that comes in a toy fig.
I'm already
And-
looking at this thing. You know, we talked with Ink Drop Customs, and he wires up his vehicles, and I'm like, I want to wire up that flaming crow so it lights up.
Yeah, that'd be sick. There's a pic for you.
Unfortunately, I feel like it needed to be a little bigger, right? Am I wrong?
I don't know.
Really cool, but
I don't think so.
If you do, just I don't know, but you have to take an action shot. Get some oil.
Wait, are you talking about the figure itself?
No,
I
the Crow.
I was talking about the flame.
Yeah.
Oh! I haven't not even taken that out yet.
You know, go to the parking lot. Get some oil, light it up.
Do not set your neighborhood on fire.
Did you guys grab that accessory set or that subset for Crow? Mesco they have like an addition to that figure where it comes with like 2 extra legs and like it's a whole accessory set that's supposed to go with that.
No.
No, I
No.
didn't know about that.
I saw a glimpse of it, and if you go on
It's fucking
Big
solid.
Bad Toy Store in Mesco for $35, they have like in addition like extra arms and legs just for the crow.
What?
Yeah,
Jesus, I had no idea.
yeah. If you go on BBTS, you save money on the shipping.
Mm-hmm.
It's shipping next month, so I think for was it 35? You know, for another $4 you get it shipped for $40, or maybe it's a little more, but yeah, they already rolled into like a sub pack, which is pretty dope.
Interesting.
We'll save that for the next episode when it arrives,
When I finally get it.
and after all, you guys order it tonight.
Well, it says a lot when 3 of you guys pick this one figure for this show. You know, I mean,
Yeah.
I don't have mine yet. If I did, I'd probably add it to my list as well. But looking forward to
Yeah,
that.
I wish I had it. It's one of the few figs that I actually pre-ordered this year. When I was just like, I saw it and I was like, I forgot about it.
I'm surprised you got it.
I
For
remember.
me too.
shipping, like it says a lot about the figure, and what he represents. as a
Growing
character.
up, I loved the Crow. I even had like the PlayStation video game that I hated because I sucked at it, but I always try to like kept on playing it. Like I just love the Crow, man, and it goes right in line with like Batman and Darkness and all this shit. So I was just like, yeah, I need to get it. And then I remember Grumps saying, no, Gramps mentioned the Crow. And then I was like, yo, did I get that fig? And I go to my Mesco account. I'm like, yo, I pre-ordered it. When the hell did I do that?
Oh, Jesus, that's the 5 points.
Yeah,
stuff.
that's the 5-point set, not the 112.
Yeah.
So wait, what is that?
The 5-point is basically kind of like a 5 points of
5
articulation
POA,
figure,
yeah.
and it looks pretty much just like the 112, but I think they're a little smaller scale. It's only like
Oh man, I have to cancel it then.
4 inches, but it's the one that has the extra set of arms and legs.
It does look very cool. Oh yeah, because Mesco does that smaller scale set.
Yeah.
Yeah,
All right. Well, I take back what I just said 2 minutes ago.
we can
Yeah,
edit that out.
saving money.
No,
Yeah, it's all good. Yeah.
But yeah, that was one of the few figs that I actually pre-ordered this year. Another series, of course, going into McFarlane's when they brought up all these superpower things. I thought they were pretty neat. I didn't get them all. I just got the Batman Who Laughs. And when you saw Dark Side and a whole set, I was like, wow, these are actually pretty neat. And like for $9.99, I'm like, wow, okay. But I didn't pick any of those up. It was really hard. I was dodging so much because of the amount of traveling and expenses I had this year. But I did get lucky this year, and a fig that I didn't know about. Gramps actually picked up for me. It's the Batman 66 Alfred as Batman fig.
Yeah.
And I had no idea what this is. And I think I spoke about it in the last show when I was on. I remember opening the box. Well, I got an alert that something's coming to my house, to my apartment. And I was like, where the hell is this coming from? And I saw it's coming from Texas. And I was like, yo, Gramps, you ship me something? He's like, I don't know. And
I was trying to make it a surprise, but
yeah, I have
Mr.
alert
Logistics
systems on
guy
everything.
he
But when I got the box, I opened it. Like the first thing I thought about, I'm like, oh yeah, Batman 66. Oh, that's nice of him. And then I'm like, wait a minute, is that a mustache? And I was like, oh snap, it's Alfred. And I was like, no way. I'm like, holy crap, I haven't watched that episode in forever. It's like 2 episodes with Batman. And I was just like, yo, I had like the biggest smile. So like this fig, I'm putting it as 3 because it was a surprise for me. And I still have it behind me on my little Alfred shrine. But right over there. Boop. And I was just like, holy hell, I had no idea that existed. So I was really happy with that. Another McFarlane fig that came out this year was the Batman's R&R. There was 2 versions of it. There was this one masked. I picked up a couple of them because I was really happy with it. I blame Grumps for putting me on, but it came out in line with his appearance in the Batman run this year, and it was just good timing, and there was just enough figs. Like I didn't think this fig stayed on the pegs long enough.
Yeah.
Overall, just great fig. I was happy he was out. I'm happy that he's back in the story. He was back in the storyline. It's one of those figs. It was like was it 2 years ago? Like Flashpoint. It's like another random Batman fig that came out, and it's like a lot of people don't know about. But if you're a fan of the books, you tend to pick them. You pick them up and get really excited.
If you know, you know.
Yeah, pretty much. And then what the hell was my number one? I just spaced right now.
The hot toys, bro.
Oh, the hot toy.
Oh yeah.
Oh man, you know why I spaced? Because that took like a year and a half to get. So
and also you're still paying for it.
Oh no, that they hit me with that immediately. I was like, thank God I ain't making payments.
Oh my God.
But this was actually a 2-pack from Hot Toys, and it was the Nightmare Batman and the Black Suit Superman. This came in as a surprise to me because again, when you pre-order stuff, you don't know when the hell you're gonna get it, and when it comes to Mesco or Sideshow or anyone, for whatever reason, production never shows up on time. So it gets pushed back several months. But I'm a huge fan of the Nightmare Batman. For the Snyder fans out there, I can only hope we get more Nightmare stuff. Highly doubt it. Leave us hanging. Just give us fucking straight up blue balls over and over again. But again, huge fan of the fig. I haven't even taken out yet. Just looking at it, comes up with so many pieces. I'm just a fan overall of the Nightmare Batman look. I got the Funko, the McFarlane, the Mesco. Any fig that comes out Nightmare Batman, I have to pick up, and I think this is definitely the top. I can't even call it a fig. It's massive. It's a statue, but it's a fig. That was my biggest pickup and my most expensive one this year. So that's all I had. But
Cool.
I'm looking forward. I'm looking forward to what surprised me next year because I got my Gotham by Gaslight Batman we're waiting on that should have started coming in August, but no.
Mm-hmm.
And then I still kept that three-piece set, the Flash, Black Suit, Superman, and Batman. So I'm looking forward to see how that looks when it comes in, especially with all the controversy around Mr. Flash there, and just going around Hawaii being fucking reckless. But I'm looking forward to get that hope sometime next year. And I'm not even gonna mention anything about Keaton. But I'm looking forward to what else is coming out next year. Of course, anything Batman related, I'm always looking forward to. But I'll love to see, outside of just the Batman, McFarlane to do like a Bruce Wayne, whether it's a comic book adaptation or like a Ben Affleck or something. That'd be fun to see. And give me an Alfred, bro. Come on, I want like a recent Alfred.
More Alf Dog for
More Alf Dog. Yo, he doesn't stay on the shelves. Come on, toy companies, pay attention. Alfred sells. The same thing with Robins, unless you do Red Robin. Sorry, but that's all I got. I was slacking on the fig game, but 2023 is going to be pretty dope. Looking forward to it.
Cool. All right, Teases, what you got?
I need some help with the visual aids, man, because I felt like when I was pulling together everything this year, I felt like a little all over the place. There's a lot of good stuff with horror, but I felt like we said before, the releases to me, the ones that I really enjoyed too were a few of the Mescos, like the Nosferatu. I wasn't able to get that first run, so I was really excited about getting this version of it.
Yeah.
And, I wasn't so crazy about the red eyes, but everything else that came with it and the soft goods, I'm like, man, this may have beat its predecessor, but outside of like not having the coffin, this was a really sleeper of a release that a lot of people I think regretted immediately when they weren't able to get it. And I got two of them because I was like, yo, I'm going to open one and I'm going to stash one.
And Mike it came with like the demon dogs and
Yeah, it came with a lot of stuff, and some things were not the best because some of them, I think we had said in a previous episode, like it was like a stationary figure where it looked like, you can get it from Michael's or something. But for the amount of stuff that it came with a lot of rats and the soft goods and the expressions of the head. This one was a home run for me. I really loved this figure. This was my top 3 for me personally.
I like the burnt, like it had the
Yeah,
burnt face and the burnt hand. I thought that
yeah,
was a nice
that was
touch.
done really well.
Yeah.
And also my gripes as a collector of Mezco was like, and you've heard me say it, like the height tends to be a little off for me, but for some reason, like these figs, the height is okay now. I always felt like they were like, a little too short. But
I even
yeah, that
forgot
that
that
was a great
figure
pickup.
released this year, so man, because that's a
Yeah,
really good one.
yeah, it was stellar.
That was a
That's a
hard to get.
figure that if you were showing somebody that didn't know anything about figures and like, well, show me something, show me one of the best ones, you could go to that figure, either version, and it would be a nice presentation.
Yeah,
I think, anyway.
And that was a hard one to get because they released it at like midnight.
Oh, yeah.
Midnight, yeah.
But
yeah, I remember that release because I fell asleep on the couch, and I think they were like on
You
a.
fell asleep?
I did. That was that one time. But remember, like it was on an hour delay, like the internet
Yeah,
crashed, and I remember waking up
yeah.
and my phone was there. I was like, "Oh shit!" And I actually only had to wait a few minutes, and then I jumped on it, and then I ordered the 2 of them. But yeah, that one broke the internet, and it was like a midnight release. So,
dude, work sucked the
Man,
next day. I was so tired.
but
you might have scooped me on that one, Steve. That's a good pick.
yeah, and it was also like I think it was early in the year, so like we all kind of forgot about it, right?
Yeah,
Like because all these other things got lost in the sauce. But definitely,
that was
it's
a
a
good one.
perfect figure, man. I don't. I think when we reviewed it before, I mean, I don't. There's not one gripe about it.
No, not for
It's
me,
cool.
anyway.
And we always talk about like multiverses and like combining it with different characters. It fits with like everything that we collect because
Yeah,
it's a property that's an evergreen and that's a public domain, which is awesome. So it's over 100 years old or close to 100 years old. Great, they
yeah.
knocked it out of the park on that one.
He's getting a NECA release too.
Uh
I saw they posted their.
Yeah,
Oh,
I saw that.
yeah, I gotta double check.
They
yeah,
posted it on their download poster,
yeah,
Okay.
and I mean, it looks great. I'm gonna
yeah,
get that one too.
yeah. I'll probably get that one too.
The most recent one that I saw is that they teased Krampus before. I was like, oh shit, all right, which I've seen some of that development. I'm like, man, it's gonna be a creeper. It's a big one, but it's gonna be awesome. Grams, I'm trying to think what else did I send you? I sent you obviously
A
like
lot of
we
Universal
all
monsters.
yeah, we were all kind of like on the same page. Like this Batman to me is one of my favorite, the Dick Sprang one.
Yeah,
Along with the 2-pack from Toothface. I mean, it was kind of like a must, that you had to get that one just for that nostalgic version of Two-Face. But to me, this is it. Like that's my favorite Batman figure of this year.
okay.
Just for the aesthetic and what it is. It just looks so realistic to me. That's what I really loved about it.
You
You can
sent
combine him with like
me.
almost anything. Oh yeah.
Yeah, this was a really
And then
great
for
one.
me, I think for NECA on the NECA and outside of the consistent releases of the Toon Turtles, which I don't think they didn't plateau, but I felt like it came to a point where they just released so many and now they're accessible in the stores. So I feel like the hype has just kind of stayed calm, and now they've jumped into like the movies, and then now the releases of the Universal monsters along with the Ninja Turtle Universal monsters, I think, has created a lot more excitement for that property, which is an amazing mashup to me because
Yeah.
again, they're just hyper realistic. They're great, like both. the Mummy, the Wolfman, Frankenstein was last year. These are just properties that they can just keep on releasing and adding different things. NECA just released like the accessories packs for both, which are incredible. Like for the money, I think they're close to like $40. You're getting like the tomb, you're getting all these accessories. They just released, I don't know if you guys saw the Frankenstein accessory pack where it's this table. He comes with like a bandage head. That's just cool shit that just works with everything. You know, like, yeah, you could do Frankenstein, but these scenarios, like with the Mummy, they did a lot of crossover with like the Mummy, Raphael, Michelangelo. Like these are just cool props that you can just put in real life scenarios in your photos, which to me is just really fun. And it's fairly inexpensive. I think for $40, which nowadays is almost the price of a figure, you're getting this whole accessory pack that goes with everything, you know?
Yep.
And then, you know, I sent you the picture of the crow. I was really excited to get that finally.
Man, that head sculpt is amazing.
Yeah, and I saw like some concept shots of like where he's holding the other masquerade mask in front of him as the crow, and I'm like, God damn, they just nailed this figure. This is people are talking about it, but I hopefully they'll just keep on talking about this even more because it's just I want to do a shot. I'm planning out a shot that I want to do with the crow. I don't know what else I would add to it, but they just nailed it. You know, they just all the details, the facial, like you said, the facial expressions. My gripe as a collector is I'm not a big fan of all these extra hands because I feel like I don't use them enough, and you can kind of lose them or they get scattered. But people appreciate them. You know, there's a lot of details, especially like the one where the crow has like, you know, the gunshot through his hand. That's a lot of really cool detail. The other ones are kind of tertiary to me because there's not that much of a difference, but I think they're meant to be used with the arsenal of guns that he comes with.
Well, awesome. What's really cool with
he comes with some heavy hitters, man. He comes with some big ass rifle. He comes with a lot of pistols, and this guy comes with like a whole artillery camp.
But you can use those. You can use those hands with other characters doing various things too.
Yeah. I mean, that's the beauty of Mezco too. I think for the most part, like everything is so interchangeable, which is really cool.
I'm looking forward to getting him. Hopefully.
Yeah.
Excuse me. It's late here.
And then something on the side that I didn't really talk about too is this year. And I think, you know, Dunk kind of talked about it too, but I've never really been a 1/6 collector because of the price and sideshow. I just got too late into the game, but a lot of other studios were doing like these horror ones, like Trick or Treat. They were doing these Halloween ones, and for the money, man, like these are freaking awesome.
I think I missed that one.
They're available. You can go on their website. Yeah, they're about $100.
Okay.
And they come with like paint variants. So I got the one with Myers, and then he's also shot 6 times, so he also has one shot.
Oh, sick.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I got mine signed by the OG Nick Castle, so that was kind of cool.
Ah, that's awesome.
And then I also got the James Jude Courtney one. So, pretty cool. Okay. You know, they're just a little hard to see. Sorry.
Yeah, no problem.
But yeah, if you're a 1/6 fan or you want to get into it, you don't want to spend a lot of money, you can kind of start off with these. I don't know if anyone's seen Terrifier, but this was a really sick one too.
No, I haven't seen that. I got to see it.
I need that in 112.
You yeah, if you can handle gore, like extreme gore, check it out. But it was over the top.
Yeah,
it was like it felt like the 80s again, man. Like this is like real cringy stuff, and it was cool.
That'd be cool to release like a horror set, but like, you know, like all the slashers,
in
Like
what?
four, like no, not like a 112. Like that'd be
Yeah, I
cool.
mean,
To have.
Mezco does it sparingly. You know, they've done
Yeah.
Yeah.
they've done Friday the 13th. What else have they done? They've done
They have Leatherface
it.
is coming at some point. I think.
Yeah, that's true. They did it like a year or two ago, so they do
Yeah.
it, and then they also have Halloween 2 coming out, which is delayed, kind of on delay, but yeah, I mean these 1/6, I really enjoy them. They have some really good fabric on them. You know, Myers has his hair, which is really it's done really well, and for about 100 and change, you can get like a really cool iteration. You know.
Yeah.
Real quick, another thing that I was telling Gramps about is Super Action Stuff. They released
Oh yeah.
the Casualty,
Coffin?
the Coffin of Casualty, I think it's
Yeah.
called. I got this today, and pretty cool. I mainly got this because of my Nosferatu, because I wasn't able to get the first one,
Mhm.
and it's
Is
cool.
that-
It's
Is
called
that
the
coffin plastic?
It's called the Casket of Cruelty. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, it's plastic. It's painted, but it's meant for a 1/6. I'm sorry, 112, and it comes with a boatload of like stuff. I think it comes with about it says 26 gruesome accessories, 11 weapons, and 15 blood and gore effects. So for the money, especially if you're not like a horror collector, it comes with cool things like a chainsaw and an axe and a gun, and just like random stuff.
Yeah.
But
Boxing gloves.
yeah, it came with a boxing glove. But yeah, this was cool. I can't wait to use this because I don't have a coffin that is on this caliber, so you can pretty much. I want to use it for Nosferatu and also like Gotham by Gaslight when he comes. You know, like
Oh.
he's kind of hunting him or something like that. And then I bought the food set. I was like, you know what? If I'm ordering it, I'm out.
Oh yeah, I got that.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's always
like-
handy.
yeah, I'm like, all right. There's like a banana. There's beer. There's a burrito. There's a crowbar. There's
That's awesome.
turkey leg. I mean, you're gonna eventually have to use it. A cell phone. So
There better be pizza in there.
yeah. There's a pizza box.
Right,
and
Yeah.
for sure.
some liquor. Yeah, it's cool. I think it was only $15. It was kind of worth getting. But again,
That's a lot of food for $15, man. Today's
I
economy.
know, right? Food
Yeah.
is expensive now.
but I'm excited to use this. And again, it's like I like that.
How did you find this?
It's on BBTS.
Well, I saw it on Instagram, but then
Yeah.
BBTS was selling this as well, and I think it's 25. I could be wrong. It could be 25. It's pretty affordable. It's
Yeah.
cool.
Dude, it has a brain.
Yeah.
Golly.
Yeah, he does. Yeah, like, and it's a bloody ass brain.
Ugh.
Like,
Yeah, if you're hungry,
Yeah.
yeah, man, I mean,
do what you gotta
can-
do, bro.
Yeah,
Eat
you
smart.
can have a
Yes.
zombie just going in. But yeah, it's these little things that kind of you just and I know if Gramps gets these, he's gonna paint everything that comes in his hands. So, but yeah, that was kind of cool. That came in today. And then Big Bad Toy Store, they released all those Santas. I know Grumps got a wave of them. I got a few of them. That was kind of cool.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. It's been kind of an influx of just different things. I don't think my interests were not consistent this year. I felt like it was really all over the place because usually like I lean to horror and I get everything, and I love the NECA horror ones. The Halloween ones are really amazing. Halloween Kills, Halloween Ends will eventually come out next year. They're on delay, but again, my interest just jumped all over the place. It was I didn't expect to get that much Mezco because traditionally I was never really a big fan to buy every single one. But this year, I probably ended up buying more than usual because of these weird little releases.
Did you get the Alien?
No.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'm kind of selective, but I always get Batman.
Yeah.
But again, I'm kind of interested in their in their IP ones.
Okay, gotcha.
I got the
Yeah,
was
what
it?
is he?
The
I forget what
three
he's
pink
called.
skulls.
Oh, you got
came
that
with,
one?
yeah,
Yeah.
I love that one because it comes with, a drum set and some guitar stuff. And plus, I turned them into the Sons of Batman.
Yeah, I was gonna say you were
Nice.
doing like your concert scenes, which were really cool.
Yeah, Age Against the Disease. Yeah, with Batman as the rapper. Yeah. Why? I don't know. It just came to me, and I thought, let's just do this.
You were like, why not?
Why not? All right, Grumps. Last but not least,
Hmm.
here we
I'm
go.
stuck. I had the whole list. I'm missing one figure. I don't know who it is. Uh, anyway, my number one figure for the year is the Mayfix Nightfall Batman.
Nice.
Yeah, this just
Haven't found it yet. Oh no, not that one. That's Mayfix. My bad. That's it.
Yeah.
Looks crazy dope.
this is just I don't know. You know, with my list, right? Like I was like, what? And there was much more than the 10 I sent, but man, well, like what made my jaw drop? You know, for a considerable period of time, like, and this was one of them from day one. I was like, this is gonna be my figure of the year, and yeah, it's just pulled right off the comic book page.
Yeah.
The cape is like, and you know, I'm not a big again, not big on the wired capes, but the cape is like almost a second character to the figure. It's amazing. So that was my number one.
Does he come with
Uh,
the gauntlets with the claws?
yes, comes with extra hands and little batarangs that shoot out,
Mm.
and the Jean Paul Valley head,
Mm.
which is in the style of Jim Aparo art. So that's really cool.
Oh, that is
I'm a
cool.
huge Jim Aparo fan. But that's my number one. Uh, some of them I'll just go through quick. Uh, my number two was the Ink Blot. Felix Toys is just amazing. You know, it's a must-have for any action figure collector. Dunk. This is a must-have. Um, my number three is the SS. I think it's SSR. Yeah, SSR Night of Vengeance. Thomas Wayne.
That's just sick.
Um, great figure. One or two flaws. You know, could have benefited from a wire cape for sure. And there's no ankle articulation, like zero. Ankles don't move at all. But other than that, it's really cool. The Thomas Wayne head sculpt is beautiful. Um, comes with guns, a Joker card. It's just a great fig.
And they
Uh,
also took their own liberties on it too,
yeah,
which is cool. He's more like militant, right? Like he's kind of a knight. He looks more like a
yeah.
knight, the way that he's built, but he's also kind of militant and very stocky, and that's cool,
You
man.
could have used the Screaming head sculpt here, but
You can find
whatever.
those. You can find those on eBay.
Yeah.
Yeah, he looks
But
great.
outside of that, I mean, it's got double joints. You know, it's might be a little hindered because of the muscles or whatever, but it's got the double joints and stuff. And like I said, the ankle and the cape was really the only flaws. So that knocked it down a little bit. Um, so like Jesus was saying, I went outside the box a little bit, and I got number four for me is Buzz Lightyear.
Wow.
That came out
This,
of left field.
yeah, it's from Bandai, Buzz Lightyear. It's just I didn't even see the movie, so but some people in the toy community sold me on it, and it's amazing. It's got the articulation, the accessories, the look from the movie. It's just amazing.
Yeah, we saw a lot. a lot more companies do, and probably within the past 2 years, but I think Super 7 has done it the best. They've taken these Disney figures and they've added like crazy articulation, crazy heads, expressions. I found myself, I bought a few of them. Surprised Grumps hasn't bought some of the Super 7 ones. Like I grabbed Pinocchio, Fantasia. These are just cool expression figures that just help with the storytelling. You know, it's like if you like animation. Trying to think, I might even have one laying around here.
I have some Super 7 on the way, the G.I. Joes. I'm waiting on those.
Yeah, it was just I don't know. It was just a little tempting not to get it, man. Because I am a Disney fan, but it's a little hard
Yeah.
to see. But this stuff just comes with a lot of cool shit. Like, look at that nose right there. You know, it's like, whoop.
You know he'd be bullshitting.
Yeah.
Yeah, like, and he comes with Jiminy Cricket, like, and he comes with the fishbowl, and they're fairly inexpensive. And who loves? Everyone loves this version of Mickey. Like,
Yeah.
it's just you can put him in these dynamic situations, and it's fun. Like they really nailed it. The packaging is really cool. Fairly compact. It's done really
Yeah.
well. I hope they do more.
They do a great job with that.
Maybe you do like some Disney villains or whatever, but these are really collectible, and they didn't really break the bank. I think they were maybe $50. Maybe.
Are you going for the Robin Hood?
I'm not a huge fan of it, but he does look cool. Maybe in time. These are the ones that I really wanted. I think Pinocchio is probably one of the most classic ones. So and it came with a lot of stuff. So that really sparked my interest when it came out. Again, I think this year, the past 2 years, even during the pandemic, I think we all thought, oh man, like we were all home. That started like the whole figure renaissance, it got out of control.
It got out of control quick.
Right? Everyone's home. And I think, companies like NECA blew up too, because it's like
shoot, these things kept us from going crazy.
Yeah.
What else you got, Grumps?
I don't know what did I put for number 5? I forget.
I don't remember what order, but I know you put.
Okay. Well, let's just go with this one.
Holy shit!
This is another out of the box. This is the only Jurassic Park thing I own. I have never even seen the movie. Never ever laid eyes on the movies. No.
I think Grumps just wants to put that in the Batcave. That's all.
Yeah,
it's in my Batcave over here. It's I had this bootleg rubber T-Rex that I got at Toys R Us one day for $10.
What he chases the dog with.
Yeah. And then this thing came out and people were raving about it. I was like, all right, fuck it, I'll get it.
Poor Alfred's like running for his life.
The most amazing thing you've ever seen. The tongue feels real. It's got a million points of articulation.
The eyeballs look awesome. Real.
Damn, dude. Look at that
this thing is crazy.
It's so funny, like the short arms is just so funny.
Yeah.
I remember when he was first telling me about this one, and he sends me the text, if you see this, grab it. And they put out 1 million Jurassic Park toys.
Yeah.
Yeah, Target, there's like a whole aisle pretty much.
I take a photo of a T-Rex, and he's like, no, the Hammond collection. I'm like, golly,
Dude,
gotta get it right. They all look the same to me. It's the Hammond.
Pinky's out.
And then I see the Hammond collection later, and I realize why. I mean, the first edition one looked like a toy. This thing looks like it jumped off the screen.
Yeah.
I mean, if you don't notice the points of articulation, but I mean, golly, that thing, you could put that in an aquarium and feed it rats or something.
Now I gotta find it. Now.
It's huge.
That's like a perfect. It's like you need that for your Batcave, right?
Dude, it fits with the Extreme Sets Batcave. It fits right in. You just pose it a little, whatever. you're good.
All we need is someone to release a giant penny, and we're good.
Bro,
He-
you gotta check out Bat Force Grump on Instagram. He posted a picture with the T-Rex, the Joker card, and the giant pen.
I should give him a follow.
Yeah, follow that guy. He's great.
You posted a couple more from Hasbro.
Yeah, I got a couple of Hasbro here. I'll go with classic Doctor Strange. It just came out amazing. This was on my wish list for a long time.
He looks like he's throwing it up, like he's throwing up the horn.
Yeah,
Gramps, you might have to have him in one of your concerts.
yeah.
I may.
This was
Yeah.
a Walmart exclusive, and it came with a bunch of pads and a bunch of accessories. And I think they did a great job with this one. Black Panther, comic book Black Panther. I don't know what. I think this came out with the movie wave. And
It
this
did
is
come out with the movie wave.
It did?
Yeah.
It did? Yeah.
Yeah.
Looks good.
Oh wow!
But this is the new like standard body mold that they're gonna use going forward.
Okay.
So it's a really good body, you know, butterfly joints and all the cool points of articulation. There's not a lot of paint on this figure, but whatever. It's a great looking Black Panther, and I really enjoy it.
I've seen it on the shelves. I'm going to have to go pick it up. What's really cool about it is that, and you know, they've always kind of used Black Panther, and depends on the artist, but kind of drawn him to resemble Batman in a way, right? Especially when they have Black Panther with the cape.
Yeah, I took the cape off.
But I feel like, and I love Black Panther. I've got several of his. I've got several of the movie versions, but I feel like with that one, with the right lighting, you could almost make it look like Batman in a black silhouette. Out, you know, use him the right way, and you could, because look at the ears.
The eyes are great on this.
Yeah,
it looks good.
I'm gonna have to go get him. I like him.
You need him and Daredevil beating the shit out of those.
Oh
yeah, you're right.
Legit, you know that way it's like
because all I have is the movie versions. I need the comic versions.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, he looks good.
Let me go outside the box one more time. Because one of my favorite weekend breakfast is pancakes. So I went with this Fortnite man cake. Dude, I wanted this fucking thing so bad. And it's just awesome. It's an articulated pancake action figure.
Pancake? Pancake? Is that a stripper name?
Yeah. It comes with a jug of syrup and everything.
Oh my god!
Yeah.
I'm interested to see how you use him in some photos.
Yeah, I don't know.
I gotta see this
I don't
guy
know
in
if he's
action.
ever gonna make it to Bat Force Grump page.
No,
And,
you could definitely use him with that
one
Mezco
more.
Golden Age Batman.
You got to use the man cake.
My next one is a surprise. This is a surprise. Nobody saw this coming.
Another one.
This is okay. This is the Mezco Sting figure, WCW Sting.
Oh
figure.
yeah.
Nice.
No, that's
is that the Wolfpack?
Yeah.
Woo!
That was I just got it last week, and honest to God, the minute I took it out of the box, my jaw dropped. Like I was like, okay, that's the initial head sculpt. Let me check the other ones and see. And each one is amazing. It's an amazing release. I think it's on a Gomez body, so it's definitely on a good body. The accessories are great. I haven't messed with it too much, but it was automatically in my top 10 for the year, and I just got it last week. So that should tell you how strongly I feel about it. And last but not least is this I don't know, Tiger Force Outback
Yep.
from GI Joe. They flipped the colors kind of. Originally he was a redhead with the white shirt, and I think he had survival across his chest.
They made
But
an old version, and then they're coming out with the young
yeah,
version.
yeah. Oh, I just really, GI Joe had so many, and this is one that I've kept out and kept messing with for a while, so I threw it on my list. But
I
GI Joe had a lot of strong releases.
I feel like it was super consistent with them. Where a year or two, it was all about the anxiety of like Graham said before, hunting at
Yeah,
target, trying to get the troopers. Where this year they just pushed the quality and like they made it a little more accessible for fans to get more
yeah,
things, and it was better characters and also some tertiary characters, and it's just one of those things. It's kind of like Turtles. It's like they're set for the next 2 or 3 years. Like they have a shit ton of characters that we're waiting for. The one
yeah.
that I keep thinking of is like, I hope they do a shipwreck one soon.
I think that's coming.
Yeah, that's the one that like the 7-year-old me is dying for. Like
Yeah,
beforehand, the twins came early, and I was like, dude, that's the one for me. And then I was able to get a Serpentor from a friend, but the
Oh,
twins, game over for me. Like that's
I
my
I'm
grail.
surprised they didn't put the twins in a box set. I thought that was
Right,
weird.
they
yeah,
could have done like a really cool collector set.
Yeah,
I forgot
They
to.
were such a big deal when they came out.
yeah,
for,
I remember that.
I forgot my top GI Joe. I mean, Serpentor was number one, but
Mm,
1B would have been Crocmaster.
Oh,
I
that's
forget
right.
that
Crocmaster.
was,
That was my
dude. I'm looking at it right now.
dude. I bought
Yeah,
two of them because I
Me
need
too.
more alligators or crocodiles, whatever,
And more horses.
and more horses.
Grab's got a farm going on.
yeah.
One claw farm.
We're almost done here, but I wanted to throw out my honorable mention.
Oh man.
This was
Oof.
one of my most, dream come true. You guys should appreciate this.
I think I know what you're talking about.
It is the
Oh,
Hasbro
Oh,
Cell
here we
Series.
go.
I always
Oh
wanted to
my
be a
God.
stormtrooper, and apparently, I have a double chin and kind of a looks like some shit around my face or
You
my
look a little
mouth.
waxy.
Yeah,
Belong in The Sims.
Oh, man.
yeah. When I remember when I opened the box, I was like, "Oh my God! Oh well."
I don't know who sculpted you, Gramps.
I don't
You're a
know.
stormtrooper now.
Yeah, that's me as a stormtrooper.
Did you give it to your wife for Christmas?
Oh, I should have.
Darth Louis.
That would have been worth recording, right?
Yeah.
Honey, I got you an action figure myself.
Yeah.
Get
But
out!
now you can take that head sculpt and put it on Batman.
Yeah, there you
Oh.
go.
Ooh, good idea. Well, so those were some great selections for our
I hate on my pancake action figure.
top figs of 2022. Wow.
Yeah.
You never
Oh
know
wait,
what Grumps is going to do for, next.
you know what the worst fig still is, right?
We still.
Oh, God.
Oh man.
Peg
Yeah,
Warmer of the
gotta-
Year, ladies and gentlemen. The drown's
gotta
still
hit
out
them.
there at full price at my Walmart
Yeah.
buy.
Still drowning.
Yo,
Still
still
drowning.
drowning on a peg.
What is that? 3
Jesus.
years straight?
I don't even know at this point, man. I just go over, say what's up, keep it some company, and just all right, see you next time.
Oh, God.
It's like the local crackhead. It's still there.
It's still there. Always will be. That's so funny. All right. Well, that's us for 2022.
Yeah.
So thank you for tuning in. Thank you for following. We finally reached 1,000 followers on YouTube. Maybe we'll do a live. Maybe that's our New Year's resolution. We'll do some lives in 23.
We should.
Yeah, let's see why not.
Just press the go button.
So
Let it roll from there.
Thanks for tuning in, and rate, review, comment, and we look forward to talking to you guys in 2023.
Happy New Year.
Peace. How's it going, guys?